George introduced us to Augmentt at Connect IT, and I accepted the trial invitation, and it almost sounded too good to be true. But when I started working with the trial and realized how much easier it is to manage an Office or Microsoft 365 tenant using Augmentt than trying to figure out how to deal with certain things and set up certain parameters within the tenant itself using the Microsoft tools, it was like, wow, this is kind of cool. So I started introducing it to other folks on the team. We had a couple of clients that had had some breaches, and we had implemented multi-factor authentication through the Microsoft Office 365 tenant. And some new employees had been brought onto those companies, and the MFA hadn't been enforced for everybody. And so the first thing that we did was we said, hey, we're going to give you Augmentt. Because I'm going to pay for that for the next year. I'm so sorry that we sort of messed up. What it did for us was it allowed us to enable tech for our own staff, as well as to assure that we've got the Microsoft tenants set up correctly. And then there were a whole bunch of other additional security features that we just discovered that Augmentt made it so easy for us to handle, like managing PII and PHI going through the tenant, through the email and those kinds of things. And we were able to block a lot of, nefarious countries and stuff like that. It was just very easy to kind of manage Augmentt rather than try and find all of the things that we had to try and find in the Microsoft tenant. It just made it a whole lot easier to really lock these folks down. And when we went back and told them what we had done, it was like their eyes just bugged out. They were so excited about it. And it really comes down to the ease of operation. Augmentt just makes it so easy for us to be heroes with very little operational effort. It's kind of nice too when we see somebody is set up a forwarding rule that now we're notified when the forwarding has been set up. It's like, and we should check and make sure this account hasn't been hacked. But really, at the end of the day, we were not paying very close attention to our Microsoft tenants, our clients' tenants, because you get those scores, and then you'd have to go, fix the thing and fix this thing and fix that thing. And you say, okay, that should improve my score. And anything would go down. The score would drop. It's like, what? Oh, no, now I have to buy this from Microsoft or buy that from Microsoft. With Augmentt, there's just dimensions that are available. You guys have already done all of the thinking about the Microsoft tenant and how to improve the scores, as well as provide real security, the important security. And then we're able to easily go in and understand the setup, and we don't have to kind of keep track of where Microsoft is hidden everything or how much something has to cost. You just make it so easy for us to be able to deliver value. We really appreciate it. On top of meeting George introduced us to CPOD, which is a cybersecurity insurance firm, and they highly endorsed Augmentt. And because Augmentt does what it does, especially Augmentt Secure, they're able to get an additional 10% off of client cybersecurity insurance proposals. So that's really huge for us. We have a company that is involved in an international, it's a startup, it's a small group of people, but they're involved in an international sort of startup. And one of the big concerns they had was being international is making sure that they had a secure solution. And so we sat down with them and talked to them about Office 365 as a good solution for them. We said, but in itself, it's not a very secure solution because it's very difficult to manage and maintain. However, we have this tool called Augmentt that makes that exceptionally simple. And we demonstrated it to them, and they said, "So, thank you very much." Yeah, the Augmentt Secure platform actually has some really nice reporting. It's graphic, it's easy to understand, and it's very good for our client success team who goes out and does technology business reviews with clients, and they can share them and say, these are the things that we completed to secure you using a tool called Augmentt, and our clients really appreciate that. I would not recommend Augmentt Secure to any other MSP that wasn't a Team Logic IT office.
Love it. Love it.
I don't want them to compete with us at the same level. I think you're our secret weapon. It's really, and there's more to just Augmentt, of course, than Augmentt Secure. But the whole business model and in what it enables is tremendous. In this day and age of hacking, and you guys are the good news. You guys are the good news.